Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Chrissy. I'm Joel, flying solo today, and today we're going to be talking about some races I've got coming up, some of the fitness that's going on, and just kind of give you some updates on that. As you know, my last race was the Chicago Marathon back on October the 9th. What I've got coming up for the future is I've got the next scheduled race I have is actually the Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving morning. It's just a 5K up in Oviedo that I've run. This will be the third year I've run it. I used to run it every year since we've been here, since they've been putting it on. So I am going to try for I think I'm going to try for a PR that day. I haven't really been doing speed work for my 5Ks, my shorter runs, but I have kind of started doing some fartleks doing my runs. I know that sounds like a funny word, but it just means speed work. And what I do is like if I'm on a 6-mile run, for a quarter of a mile, I'll run at 5K pace and then I'll back off. I'll go a half mile at my current pace, and then I'll go back for another quarter mile at another 5K pace. And so my 5K pace is about 6 minutes, 45 seconds to get my PR. So I've been trying to do that in some of my mid runs, 6-7 mile runs, trying to do that and see if I can get those, get my speed back up for my 5K. And I'm going to try for the PR on Thanksgiving morning. My PR right now is 20 minutes and 56 seconds, so I'm going for anything less than that. And I'll let you know how it comes out when I do my update in December. So that's the next race I've got coming up. But then the race after that, what I've got coming up is the Dopey Challenge, which is what takes place at Walt Disney World over 4 days, a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a marathon, all on consecutive days. So on Thursday, we'll do the 5K. On Friday, we'll do the 10K. On Saturday, we'll do the half marathon, and on Sunday will be the full marathon. First time I've tried anything like this, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Just kind of feeling out what my strategy is going to be. I'm not really going for any PRs. For the half marathon, I'm going to pace a friend of mine who's trying to break 2 hours. So we'll let you know how that goes as well. But I'm not really trying for anything crazy as far as PR goes. Just want to enjoy it, do some videos, and get some shots during the race and things like that, so I can kind of bring you the full experience of doing a Disney race. And if you're a runner and you've never done a Disney race, let me encourage you to at least do one once. They're really fun. They're very well put together. The only negative is you have to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to get there by 3:30. 4 o'clock, because the races start at 5, and so you have to be in your corral by 4:30. So you want to get there as early as possible. So I'm gonna have to do that. Wake up early at 2 o'clock in the morning every morning, Thursday through Sunday, to be able to get over there. We're about 30 minutes from the park, so it takes about 30 minutes to get over there and get parked and get through traffic. And it's just it's really kind of a big deal getting over there and getting that done. But really excited about doing it. I did the half marathon last year, thoroughly enjoyed it, and decided I'd go for the full Monty this year, and do all the races on consecutive days. And so we'll be talking about those a little bit more, probably in December. But just to kind of let you know where my training's going with that. After Chicago, I took off 4 days, and then started adding back some running as I went. I'm back up now to about 13 miles on my long run days on Sundays. Planning to do a 16-mile next week, and then do a couple 20s actually in December before the race actually starts. I need to get back up to 20 miles before the race starts, just to work on my fitness and get my stamina back. I am working on pacing for my friend who's going to be running the half marathon this year and wants to break 2 hours. We're going to try to do that. So I did run a 13-mile run a couple weeks ago, where I did the pacing required for under 2 hour race, and I felt pretty good about it. And I feel pretty good about getting him where he wants to be. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at, kind of where we're headed, and really excited about the things that are coming up. I know we've got Boston coming up in April of 2023. So we'll be working on some plans for that. Not really looking for a PR on that one either, just looking to enjoy the race and just enjoy the experience. I think that's really going to be my goal now as far as running goes. Maybe shoot for some PRs on half marathons, maybe 5Ks and 10Ks, but really just enjoy the experience now. Boston will be my 10th marathon. I had said it was going to be my last. It probably will be, but we'll see how that goes, because I've already said that. Well, I said Chicago the first time was going to be my one and only, and now here I am working on 9 in December, 10 in April. So, I never say never, but a competitive marathon where I try to run a certain pace, probably not going to be anything coming up anytime soon. If I can get into something really special, I think what we really want to do for the next, throughout the rest of my running career, I guess you might say, is we want to do destination races. And so we're going to be looking up a lot of half marathons because I can train for a half marathon and not really affect my life much. Training for a full marathon pretty much affects you in everything you do because it takes a lot of training, it takes a lot of effort, and I'm already trained for a half marathon. I can do those pretty quickly. So we're going to be looking for some places to go, some places we've never been, and look to do some half marathons. Maybe shoot some PRs in there along the way, but really looking for those destination races that we can really go to and just enjoy the experience. That's what I'm all about now. Enjoy the experience of the races instead of making myself worried about a personal record or anything like that. I just want to enjoy the experience from here on out. So appreciate you joining me on this journey. It continues to be a joy to share these things with you. I'll be sharing some more things about my training coming up. I am starting now to work in the 4 consecutive days, which I'll need for the Disney races. I've kind of altered my training plan to do I rest on Monday, do a shakeout run, 3 or 4 mile run on Tuesday, rest on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm running consecutive days. Usually 3 to 4 miles on Thursday, 6 to 8 miles on Friday, 10 to 13 miles on Saturday, and then a longer run up to 20 miles on Sunday, so I can get those consecutive days in, so that my legs are not rebel on me, so they're ready for what happens when those races come up. So that's kind of where I'm at. Give you a little more detail next time when I talk to you next time in December. Give you an update on my PR finish at the Turkey Trot in Oviedo on Thanksgiving Day, which is coming up in a couple weeks. Excited about that. But that's kind of where I'm at, where we're headed, and really excited about what the future holds as far as my running goes. Drop me a comment below if you have some destination races that you've seen, some places that you'd like for us to go. Maybe I can look up some races and drop me those comments below and let me know that. I'll look up those races and see what we can find, see what we can do, see what experiences we can enjoy. And so thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for updates when we upload new videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes on the weekend, sometimes in between. You just kind of never know when we're going to drop one in there. But with that said, that's going to do it today for the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel, flying solo today, and don't forget it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.